I started my content creation journey probably in 2008, 2010, back when, Instagram was still a very simple picture sharing app. And I was sharing, art and tattoos and stuff like that. And I have been on social media creating content since then. So I've seen social media change a lot. And the thing I personally hate the most about social media or content creation now, personally speaking, is the amount of effort that goes into making every single video and how every single video needs a super strong hook and needs to be as short as humanly possible with as many transitions as humanly possible because people have no attention span. And for me, it has basically been a huge deterrent for me actually creating any content because I'm just so over having to write hooks and, do all these things that feel so, what's the word I'm looking for? Fake. And I really just don't enjoy it. But I also know that it's super important to create content for basically everything you're doing now. So if you own a business or if you are in the creative world, you kind of have to create content. So I have been struggling with all of this lately, and I have decided upon suggestion that I should go back to long form content on YouTube in like a vlog style, which requires a lot less editing and I can ramble a bit more. Now, I promise I will keep these as concise as possible, but if you know me at all, you know that I do go on little tangents. So with that being said, I guess to those who don't know me, my name is Memphis. I am a tattoo collector. I have been getting tattooed since 2007, 2008. And I own a tattoo shop in Hamilton, Ontario. It's called House of Grimm or Grimm Studios. And I've owned that since 2014. I have two kids. One's 9 and one's 14. Today is actually my son's graduation. So that's super cool. He's graduating from grade 8. Anyway, I'm a lesbian. I have been out my whole life as a pansexual, bisexual person, but in my early 30s, I came out as a lesbian. What else? Oh, so I have a piercing studio along with my tattoo shop. We used to do laser removal. We're actually in the process this week of getting rid of the laser. And I opened 2 new businesses very recently, which is where this content creation journey really focuses around. So the point of this is going to be managing all of my different businesses with my personal life, trying to potentially get a date, which is hilarious in my naivete because I do not have time for dating. But anyway, so we're going to do a get ready with me while I ramble for my son's graduation. Now, my 2 new businesses are very political. The first one is called Menace Mori. It's actually named after myself and my dog. My dog is a menace. And it is a screen printing business where we are specifically going about slow fashion. So, the opposite of fast fashion, where everything is done by hand, deliberately, with intention, and, trying to, promote anti-AI creativity, the importance of things being made with quality and care and love, and it's very idealistic, I guess. We do a lot of thrifting. We're trying to use a lot of repurposed blanks. And then we also have Country Club, which is my clothing brand. The clothing brand I'm really excited about. We're doing our first drop July 1st, and it's a political apparel brand where each design or each drop is going to be donating 20% to a relevant organization. So some of our shirts and some of our panties say things like anti-state pro-pussy, which is actually going to be donated to Planned Parenthood. But the idea is to be able to support a bunch of different organizations that I care about and feel as if I don't know how to help in this crazy world. And I know a lot of people feel the same, and they're overwhelmed and they're stressed and they're feeling like they don't know what to do. And so when you shop, and I'm guilty of this, you tend to get a little serotonin boost. Like you're like, oh yay, I'm like happy, I'm doing something nice for myself, whatever. But with Country Club specifically, you get that cute little serotonin boost for getting something like super fun. You know, like these hats that say like pussy, not boots. And you're giving back 20% of that sale to something that you care about. So I understand it's not changing the world. I understand that it's not fixing everything. But it does make me feel like, A, I get to say something with my whole ass chest. I get to say and wear clothes that I think are fucking cool. And I feel like I'm doing something positive and constructive. Anyway, moving forward. That was a lot of rambling and not a lot of doing. The menace is menacing. For the love of Satan, can you stop? I immigrated to Canada in 2000 and I'm born and raised in South Africa, which is where the weird accent comes from. My accent has a habit of coming and going. I get accused of it being put on or false all the time, which is honestly quite funny because at this point I feel like I would have just picked an accent by now, but anyway, it's beside the point. I was diagnosed late with autism. I was diagnosed at 12 with a major depressive disorder. I've been medicated since then, very effectively, mind you. And I also have anxiety and OCD. That's a late diagnosis too. That was fun. It answered a lot of questions, to be perfectly honest with you. It explained a lot of things. I've owned my businesses since I was 20. I got pregnant with my oldest child when I was 18. I had him at almost 20. My dog is destroying things in the background. I don't know if you can see this. What are my plans for today? I gotta work on the site. I'm teaching myself this new platform called Framer. Can you stop stealing everything I own? I don't know if you can see him. Can you stop it? I'm trying to put things away, sir. Excuse me. Ebenezer. He's deaf. Okay. Drop. Thank you. Thank you. Say hi. Say hi. You gonna try and eat this? You try and eat it? That's my hand. Okay. Anyway, it's Ebenezer. He's the best. These fucking baby bangs, man. I knew when I cut them 3 days ago that I was going to be so mad at myself for cutting them. Because, what do you mean? I'm doing this every day. When I just had like my long bangs, or no bangs I should say, it was cool. You just sort of like ignored them. You styled them with the rest of your hair and like brushed them. But no, Memphis wanted bangs again. And here we are, with Memphis being annoyed at her own bad decisions, as per usual. Well, I guess what I'm going to do today is work on the Framer website because I am trying to get away from using Wix for the reasons of they support Israel and they're kind of terrible. So if I can move to a smaller company that isn't the devil, then cool. Hopefully Framer's not the devil. I actually haven't looked into it. But they look like they have a very powerful platform that's very customizable, which I enjoy. You don't need to bark at me. You're being very needy right now. And I know you want to play, but I can't play with you 24/7, okay? But yeah, so I gotta do some video editing and probably some filming for Instagram Reels and like YouTube Shorts, I guess. So I guess that's kind of my day. My son's friends are coming over to get ready probably later today. And I guess I will figure out the vibe and then go from there. But yeah, so this is the vlog. Hopefully it grows. Hopefully you enjoy coming along while I try and figure out how to, you know, grow these businesses and create content and try and parent / you know, have a social life on top of running House of Grim, the body altar, well, the body jewelry website that I renamed from Body Altar. So I should probably use the correct name. But yeah, so this is the plan for the vlog. Hopefully you enjoy it and you want to come along while I am very just sort of forthcoming with everything that I'm doing and all of my successes and all of my failures in running multiple businesses. But yeah, so follow along if you enjoy chaos and me trying to figure out having a personal life, managing multiple businesses, and trying to grow things, creating content, and just sort of being alive in 2026. So, moving on. I guess I should get dressed. That's my vibe today.